Take a moment to arrive. No need to change anything. No need to understand anything. Just be here. We spend so much time searching for happiness, as if it were somewhere else, somewhere ahead, later, when things are finally right. And yet, life, even now, is quietly filled with small wonders. But they are easy to miss because something in us never stops moving, never stops thinking, commenting, evaluating. Almost like a constant in a radio, always on, talking about the past, rehearsing the future, judging what is. And in all that noise, this very moment simply passes by. There is something very simple and very radical that can be seen. Stillness is not something you create, it is already here when you stop adding to the noise. And in that stillness, something becomes obvious. You are here, not as an idea, not as a story, but as presence. Before any thought about yourself, there is simply being. And maybe you can sense this now, just for a moment, without naming anything, without explaining anything. Just notice you are. Not you as a person, just this quiet sense of being here. And strangely, this has always been here, even in the busiest moments, even in confusion, even in struggle. But we don't feel it because attention is almost always lost in thought. And we begin to believe that the voice in our head is who we are. The thinking is what keeps us alive. But is that really true? Or is there something that is aware of the thoughts. Right now, you can notice a thought, and if you can notice it, it cannot be you. Something is aware, something quiet, something unchanged, no matter what thought appears. Like the ocean and the waves. The waves move, they rise and fall, but the ocean itself remains. And we spend our lives trying to fix the waves, trying to control them, trying to become a better wave. But the wave has never been separate from the ocean. In the same way, you've never been separate from this quiet awareness. So maybe nothing needs to be fixed, nothing needs to be achieved. Maybe the invitation is simpler to stop for a moment and notice what is already here before the next thought. There is a natural stillness, not forced, not created. And within it, a sense of ease, a kind of quiet okayness. Not because everything in life is perfect, but because in this moment there is no resistance. And what we often call happiness is not something we find, it is what remains when the inner struggle softens. Notice how much energy is usually spent trying to maintain a story, who I am, what my life should be, what needs to happen next. An endless project of becoming. And just for now, You can step out of that. Not forever, just for this moment. Without your story, who are you? Not an answer, just the space before the answer. There is something very gentle here, very simple. A presence doesn't need to become anything. Life will continue, thoughts will return, waves will rise again. But something has been seen. You are not the waves, you are the ocean. And the ocean is not disturbed by its own movement. So maybe the question is not, how do I find happiness? But more gently, what happens if I stop searching? And instead, notice. Notice the stillness beneath the noise. Notice the presence that is already here. Notice that nothing is missing in this moment. Just this. Just here. Just being.